Okay, joining me today to talk about something very special is one of my good mates from a past life rugby league, Danny Buderus, and his son Lockie. How are you guys? All right? Mate,
thanks.
Tell us about the walk, Beds.
Yeah, so this will be my second. This will be the fifth one they've
For
done.
the Mark Hughes
For the Mark Hughes Foundation. So the one I jumped on was 2 years ago. That was Base Camp Everest, and all I was doing last year was just going, geez, I was doing the camp. So I drove my wife nuts, and she goes, you're not missing another one. So, and all I could think about was, I should have been there, because the experience is, it's just so fulfilling. It's a great group of people that you go away with, and the biggest thing is on the back of your amazing support, we raise a lot of money for the Mark Hughes Foundation, and more importantly, what this one's about is the cancer care nurses. So if we get around 600 grand, we'll put 3 or 4 out in the regional areas, from Coffs Harbour, Dubbo, Orange, and around those areas, which is amazing to think that the effect that they do have in those regional areas. So that's the driving force behind this one, to Kilimanjaro, and it's obviously a tough task. Trent Robinson, the Roosters coach, might be coming on with a. Oh, he's definitely coming, but he might be coming.
He might make it. He might make it.
He might make it. So 2 weeks today. 2 weeks today we leave.
Wow, and I've heard that of every 10 people that climb Mount Kilimanjaro, only 9 make it.
Wow.
So how many's in your group?
Well, I'm rooming with Steve Crow.
Wow.
So Steve Crow had some issues at base camp, so I've got to try and push him through. But no, there's about 20 going. So Mick Gordon, just recently retired Gold Coast Titans, on board. It's a lot of guys that just giving their time just to help out, and I've heard a lot of people do it that struggle. It's obviously I think 1,000+ metres higher than we were at Base Camp Everest, and that was enough. So it's going to be a tough task. And your amazing wife does such a great job with the charity, Chris. She obviously helps run the charity. Why does it mean so much to you, the Mark Hughes Foundation? Oh, it's my best mate for starters, but. No, just today. For instance, today he goes down and has his 4-month scans, and that's just, you start thinking about you going to bed last night, what could happen, go through that door. So he needs a cure. There's so many people in the world that need a cure, and in Australia that need a cure, and it's a hideous disease that the community needs to be rid of. So we just can't help it. The foundation's just going gangbusters, and it's a massive amount of corporate support from, once again, yourself, the Manshake, and what we've been able to do in the community, in the rugby league community. I think the rugby league community has been amazing, and the amount of money that it's raised. I was at West Wallsend High last week, and they just went for a trek up to Sugarloaf up there, and they raised $5,000, $7,000. So every little cent counts, and it's a disease that has to be rid of, and they've never been closer to getting rid of it.
How good's that? And mate, you look very fit still, mate. One of the few footy players I played with that still looks the goods. What are you doing to stay so fit, and how are you getting ready for the track?
Well, you inspired me with the men challenge probably a few years ago. But
on this porch?
Yeah, that's right, I was on this porch. So about 2013 I retired, so there's about, for the last 2.5 years, every day or every second day we meet down at the beach. We've been training at Air Locker in at Newcastle now, which is altitude training, which has been fantastic for the last couple of months. And but yeah, we do it every week, pretty much most days. More importantly, the best thing is after it is having a coffee, having a swim, and having a chat. I think that's the best thing for me, and I get so much
sense of community.
And gratitude out of that. We go down to Blue Door down there at Merewether, and we have some coffees, and away we go to kick off the day. And you win the morning. If you win the morning, most times you win the day.
I love that saying. So, mate, for you, getting ready for this trek, diet, is there anything in particular to pay attention to with your diet?
Water's the key. Water is definitely the key. So there's obviously a fair bit of, you have to have the shots to go over, and the Diamox is the big altitude tablet we take. But other than that, diet, the man bars, we had those. I took those to, they were unreal. Had a heap of those over at Base Camp Everest, and I'm sure we'll have a few more this time as well. So,
tell them the story about how everyone asked about what the Manshake was, and you told people while you're climbing Everest that it was a strip.
A male stripper. Well, we were walking up, we had Manshake all across us like that, and there's all different nationalities as well. It's like, so you've got to wait for people to get through when you're going up there. And it was Matty Johns. Matty Johns they said, Manshake, what's the Manshake? And Matty just said, we're strippers from Australia. And they all just started taking photos. So,
did Matty get his shirt off?
Not quite, it was too cold. It was too cold. But it's all good fun. The best thing I love about the trek is slow down. If you don't slow down and go too fast, you get sick. So you have to really slow down, and that forces you to talk to people, and you rely on people. And I guess in life you probably don't do that enough with rely on people. You're always pretty proud to just get through it by yourself. But So I love those parts of the trek, and then you do a bit of finding and what you're about at times, and pushing yourself through those tough times. So it's a really good thing we're about to do in 2 weeks today, and can't wait to get on.
Yeah, and you speak about obviously taking some time out for yourself on a daily basis. Do you practice meditation, or you obviously practice gratitude for mental health? Is there anything, other tips out there that someone might be able to learn from?
The biggest thing I'm addicted to is it's called ROMWOD. So it's a range of movement workout of the day.
Yep.
So it's a stretch app. I stretch, it's between 20 to an hour.
Yep.
The big day is 55 minutes on Thursdays.
Yeah.
At the end of that, you meditate. And it's an all-inclusive thing for me, which I'm addicted to it.
Yeah.
So when I finished footy, I had back issues. So it's all about hips, opening up your hips, a lot of breathing, and I can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I feel so much better for it in mind and body.
Well, you had 2 operations from memory on your back, is that right?
My last year. So, and I'm on the M1 all the time as well. I'm travelling to Sydney for my work, so I'm really conscious of the fact sitting in the car. So
what are some tips for people that have a bad back? What are the 3 best things they can do? Obviously do the app.
Yep, yeah, and your core, and breathing.
Breathing.
You know, I think when we're in a car, and there's so many people sitting in the car sitting, I don't know what they do, but if you try and turn that into a positive, and you can breathe, some sort of breathing routine you can do. Podcasts are huge. You can get so much knowledge out of podcasts, and even a podcast that teaches you to breathe while you're driving. You know, there's so many things you can do to make your time a lot more educational. So I'm really conscious of that. And any time I do the gym, I've just found having looser hips has made my back feel so much better.
Yeah, right.
I can't stress that enough.
Yeah, so loose hips, making sure that you're getting up and moving pretty often.
Yep,
I know you said, and breathing. Because you said that walking a lot seemed to help you as well.
Absolutely, yeah, walking. I think the mind, if you make your mind healthy and understand what your mind can do, it takes away a lot of the pain.
Yeah.
I think when you're stressed and all that, I think your body feels it and tightens up.
Interesting, yeah.
So I really find if I'm okay from my mind and I'm meditating, I'm fine. I feel like my body's in good shape.
Yeah, right. So the stress as such manifests itself in your weak point, which is your back, if you are stressed.
I feel
that.
That's
really interesting.
So I've got a couple of nice routines I do in and around de-stressing.
Yeah, and you get a massage as well?
Don't know, mate. I come home and I start to stress.
And you get a massage
I
as
do.
well?
I get massages, Chiropractic Plus there. At least it's part of my routine.
Part of the routine.
Once again, travelling all the time, I'm conscious of the fact that I'm in that position of driving. So hips, lower back, and once again, for the mind. Nothing like a massage for the mind.
And mate, you're obviously a great dad. I see it firsthand with Lockie and Gus. Tell us what your why is now these days to stay healthy and fit. It's obviously your kids, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that footy gets kicked around a fair bit, as you can tell. So we're always down the park. Got a lot of that going on. I've got 3 kids. But yeah, it's just for my mind. It is, honestly, it's just to keep active, takes away a lot of stress, anxiety, I think you can get if you don't get active. If I don't do something now, I get a little bit anxious. It just sets my day up. The earlier I can do it, I think if you get a routine, go to bed early, you wake up early. We're down the beach now by 5:30, 5 o'clock. And then best part of the day, watch the sunrise and the whole mind change.
How good's that, mate? Yeah. Well, thank you so much, mate.
Thanks, dude.
Absolute pleasure.
Mate, thank you.
Well done, Lockie. Future NRL star this one, I can promise you.